Wow.
Wow, this is some really deep stuff.
I don't know what just happened, but something happened inside of me. Something snapped, something.
I wasn't expecting that
either. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's beautiful.
Monster is like really small, but it had to become that to stop me.
And then the hurt child became present when you mentioned it.
And I didn't realize this until now.
There were things that I didn't remember until now.
Funny, I haven't seen that before.
It feels like I'm the monster. I'm kind of seeing images of things, of a world where they can exist. This clarity brings all kinds of answers.
It's clear. She hugged me and then went back to her place, I guess, in my heart. Oh, it wants to come out. It wants to bippity boppity boop Cinderella me. She's melted into my chest. It's ooey gooey.
All week been finishing things, cleaning up more, started eating vegetables again last week. And it kind of just started happening. It's almost like I just finished going through a meditation session.
I feel light. When you hit that first joint, in the morning, and
I actually feel a lot more awake.
Okay. So do you have any parts that you'd like to get to know better or change your relationship with?
There's a part that is feeling really guilty. Guilty for wanting to be different than my family, how I was raised. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You can feel free to share more about that or not. Or we can just go ahead and tune into it and try to locate where that is in or around your body, that sensation.
It's in the back of my throat, it feels like something's stuck in my throat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this almost a panicky, guilty feeling.
Okay. I'm curious, you've done some work in IFS. Is this a part that you've worked with before?
Yes, or it's been around.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I haven't had anything to say so far.
Okay. Great. And how are you feeling towards it as you notice it there?
A little apprehensive, a little bit curious.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the sense that I shouldn't even be looking at it.
Right. Does that feel like it comes from another part saying that, or does it feel like the part itself is saying, don't look at me?
Yeah, I think it's I think it's the part saying that.
Okay.
Worried about how it's seeming. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Is it worried about like being judged? Is that part of it, or?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, if there are any parts in you that have that might tend to judge it, try to ask them to step back, ask them for space. And I would like to let this part know that I haven't met a part that I don't like. I'm not going to judge it. And that also none of this has to be shared publicly. So it can be just us. And show it that curiosity that you have.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it wants to, it feels okay. It wants to get better.
Yeah.
It wants to feel better.
Great. So it would be okay with you asking it some questions to learn about it. Great. So yeah, just focusing on it. Ask it, what does it want you to know?
It's like, I'm seeing like my whole family, like, just like staring, kind of like all surrounding me, like staring down at me. I have a big family, like 60 people, and they're just all like kind of glaring down at me.
Yeah. So you're able to see that discomfort that part has when it's feeling like everyone's watching it or staring at it. Mm-hmm. Would you say that you're feeling blended with this part?
No, it's like, no, it's like I can see myself sitting on the floor. Yeah. And like cowering, kind of. Like, I have the haircut that I have when I was like in first grade.
Mm-hmm. Does the part seem like it's about that age, first grade?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm just kind of doing some more checking for other parts. Does it feel like it's you and it's this part? together? Or does it feel like it's you and this part and a bunch of other parts, or any other parts that are there with you?
No, it just feels like it's just us.
Okay. And how are you feeling towards it when you see it in that position, in the way that it is?
It's just like curious. Curious.
Mm-hmm.
Like like I want to understand.
And is it aware of you? Is it aware of your presence? Or another question is kind of like, how are you being with it? In proximity, or?
It's like it's cowering, like turned away, like
Yeah.
like almost like sucking my thumb. Yeah.
It is sucking its thumb?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's okay. It doesn't have to share anything or change how it's being, right? We let it know that.
It's like, um, it knows that I'm here, but it doesn't. It just wants to be able to sit there and not have to say anything. Just
Yeah.
and just feeling like wanting to be um, protected from from feeling guilt, from
Sure.
the feeling.
Yeah. So does that all make sense to you? Somewhat of why it doesn't want to share, why it doesn't want to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Just let it know that makes sense to you and that we're okay with that. And if you can also show it just your understanding of that pain, that feeling vulnerable, feeling like doesn't have the protection or hasn't had the protection from that guilt. So I don't know you see that.
Just like showing me like my family's faces, like just feeling like so judged, like really just wanting them to acknowledge this, what they did or something. Like feeling guilty that to have to be the one to be different. From them. Yeah. Feeling guilty for being different from them.
Yeah. And how are you feeling as it shows you all of this?
Yeah, like I understand. That makes sense.
Yeah. How long has it been dealing with that? Feeling that way?
Like when I started school, like left kind of just hanging out with my parents and like going to school and meeting different people.
Yeah. Elementary school.
Kindergarten, first grade.
It's a really hard time. And you okay with what it's showing you now? Good.
It's like, just wanting to be allowed to have its own, version of the story without guilt.
Yeah. Just keep trying to let it know that you're open and that you're okay seeing what it has to show you. You're okay with kind of witnessing those painful memories now. And that its story is something that you want to hear. And it's safe with you. Again, that's not a pressure that it has to say it all. It's just you showing it that.
It's like being at school and like first grade, second grade, and just feeling like sick with guilt for being at school and not being with my parents. just like really wanting to cry at school and feeling embarrassed.
Yeah. How would you feel about that part crying to you if it chose to?
Like, welcome.
Yeah. Good. Let it know that.
It's like saying that it doesn't feel like it right now, but that it
Sure.
appreciates that. Yeah.
Sure.
Almost like, yeah, almost like kind of giggling a little. Like, yeah, that helped.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have to do it now or ever. It doesn't have to share it with me or anyone else. It can just be your connection with this part.
Like this. Mm. This kind of, I think it's making me emotional because it's this sense of gratitude, but not of really wanting to feel connected to my adult self and even admiring my adult self.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's felt disconnected for a really long time.
Like punished. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Something about second grade, like really feeling so guilty for, I don't know, or just feeling so guilty.
And how are you being with it now?
Kind of just like sitting, like, yeah, just sitting, just waiting.
Mm-hmm. Do you have other questions of your own that you'd like to ask it?
Mm. Well, what it would rather do? Yeah.
Sure.
What it would rather be doing? Mm. Yeah, wants to like like make friends and Yeah, it wants to listen to like the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you can ask it to show you more about what keeps it from that, what it would need, or what's in its way of feeling free to do that.
It's like in this sense that the grown-ups, like my parents and my aunts and uncles, like the people that take care of me, they kind of need me to be different. They need me to be the grown-up, the kid that's, the grown-up.
Yeah.
And like even when I'm like playing with my friends, it's still like I have to be on responsible.
Yeah. And how do you respond to it when you hear that?
Like, I mean, it makes sense. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like I want it to know. Yeah, I guess I just want it to know that it didn't have to be that way, or that I wasn't really given a choice.
You weren't given a choice, so it kind of did have to be that way, right?
Right.
Right, yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to be that way. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but it makes total sense that it responded that way. Mm-hmm. And does it feel like it's still back there in that time?
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe you can just kind of again show it who you are, show it your real age. Just let it know that you want to help it with that.
It wants to, like get to hang out with me.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think we can do that. And we can do that in this conversation if you want to keep going.
Yes.
Okay. But I also want to make sure that we've really witnessed its pain.
Yeah.
And you can check with it. Does this part feel like you get it? Does it feel like you understand? Or to what degree?
It's like, no, it's worried that I won't understand, that I can't understand. Because there's like this, that I can't remember it. in words, like, but it's like now we're like just sitting kind of crisscross applesauce with each other. It wants to show me, but yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, and it can show you. It doesn't have to be in words. And it's okay if the memories are fuzzy. It's okay if you get the year wrong or whatever. If it's holding these memories, then they're real to it. So again, there's no pressure to perform or to say it out loud in the right way or anything. Just however it wants to share with you.
It's like, yeah, really wanting me to see how, yeah, it's really showing me a lot about my sister. She was, yeah, so my mom, I guess, had just gotten pregnant when I was in second grade. And yeah, it's like this. Yeah, that it just feeling so guilty for existing, for having to take up space in that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, really really just feeling like I'm going to cry all the time and not having anyone to relieve it.
Yeah. She's doing a great job of showing you all of this. I know there were concerns about not getting it right or not saying it right, but we keep learning a lot. Some more she wants to show you about that time when your mom was pregnant. What it was like for her.
Just really wanting to just like the Backstreet Boys, and there's a lot about the Backstreet Boys, and feeling like like had to be too grown up for that. Like it was little stuff.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, something about like the grown-ups really needing me to not be a kid.
Right.
Yeah. Like they couldn't make it if I was just a kid.
Right, with the baby coming along
and yeah, my parents just being in the panic all the time, like constantly like screaming and fighting and panicking, and just this feeling of them kind of crushing me. Like, like, yeah, like this feeling that they kind of are throwing me around, pushing me around.
Yeah, a lot of pressure to be who you're not.
And just there's really like a lot of just stuff like I wanted to do with kids, like, you know, I was really into music. Like I wanted to like see the Spice Girls and like watch TV with my friends, and I just was not allowed. And, yeah, just needing to give all my time to my dad.
To your parents.
It's like I'm feeling guilty for needing to spend time with my parents, even though
Got it.
they were not okay. They were hurting me, and I still, wanted to be around them.
Of course, yeah. So much going on for her.
Yeah, it's all like in my living room and in my second grade classroom. Just keeps like kind of ping-ponging images of both, kind of back and forth and back.
How's she feeling now about your understanding of all of this? Earlier, she was concerned that maybe you wouldn't be able to understand or she wouldn't be able to convey it.
It's like more like kind of like, I have so much to tell you kind of.
Yeah. And when she says that, when she says she has so much to tell you, how do you feel about that?
Good, yeah, really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like everything she tells you is like it's really like a gift in a way, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think there's just a little fear. Maybe that's another something, but like fear that it just still this feeling like it won't be told in the right way.
Yeah. And I wonder if that's exactly how it was for her with your parents, for example. She has things that she wants to share or could share, but it's not told in the right way. It's not grown up enough. It's not relatable. And so she's kind of holds it in. Does any of that resonate at all? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, not wanting the guilt to be like a, weapon. But yeah, really, really worried. Yeah, also worried to say it in the wrong way and just scared of having needs, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. How is she, just so far in this conversation that you've had with her, how has she felt about the things she shared with you? Like, does it feel right for her to share what she has shared so far, and that you're hearing it well?
It's like saying, like, that there is not, there's no experience of shame, right?
It's great.
That's shame is scary
Sure.
to this. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not necessary or important that she tells you everything right now. The goal is to build a relationship and let her be able to talk to you forever. I think what's important is that she feels like you understand her situation, and understand her pain, so that trust is built. And even that doesn't have to get to 100% or anything, in this conversation. It's just the process.
It's like wanting to, wanting to be, wanting to experience being around, not having to be a grown up, wanting to experience that without guilt. And it's like,
Yeah.
Excited.
Yeah. And we want her to have that.
Yeah. Like wanting to know that my sister is okay. And I'm like, yeah, she's like 22. She's good.
Yeah. I'm sure that when I'm guessing, you can check this out with her, that in her time, that was kind of that's what was at stake, right? Is her sister okay? If she's a burden, if she's causing problems for people by not being grown up enough, then the effect is her sister's health, right? Well-being.
Yeah.
So if it feels like to her, and I would check it out with her, that she feels like you get it, then if you want, we can go through some of those other processes of unburdening some of those feelings. Just check all that out with her.
Yeah. She's like, wants to hang out and not be so afraid.
Okay. Well, before she leaves that time, would it be okay if you were to go back in that time and do anything for her or be for her what she needed? And you can just check with her what that is.
I think just like to kind of make it okay to have just to let her hang out with other kids her age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, without just to have fun.
And is there someone she'd like you to talk to? Is there a way that you could do that kind of in her time? What would she need for you to do?
There's this sense of just, wanting a new family, wanting adults who are safe, or adults who would let me be separate from them. Yeah, like wanting. I keep seeing that movie Matilda. I was so obsessed with that movie, and yeah.
I haven't seen the movie. I just read the book recently, though, about a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, yeah, wanting like new adults.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'll just ask once again, just is there anything that she wants you to say to the current adults or to change? Because we will invite her to come be with you in your time. Sometimes it's nice to have kind of a do-over in the past.
Wanting me to tell my parents to stop being shameless. Yeah. To stop violating me.
Yeah. Is that something that you're willing to do, you can do for her? Or with her? She can watch or not, whatever feels right for you and her.
I had this like diary that my dad used to read and go through. It's like wanting me to like get that, and yeah, like just take me to somewhere where I could just say what I needed without it being.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and really wanting to have fun at school. Really wanting to like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Wanting.
Is she ready to leave that time now, or is there anything else that she wants you to do with her, for her, back then?
Mm-mm. She wants to hang out. Yeah.
Okay. Great. So yeah, just invite her now to come be with you in your time, in wherever she wants. If that's at school with friends, just let her know that you can be that adult that she needed, and that you will from now on.
She's wanting to be like picked up, like in a big hug.
Yeah, go for it. So I know she doesn't have to go back to that time, and you're going to be taking care of her. Doing great. You're doing great.
She's really, really feeling grateful for my pets. I'm just tickled that. Yeah, really feeling like because I had cats before and I felt like I couldn't hang out with them. Wow. Sweet.
Yeah. And where would she like to go? Where would she like to be? Is it a fantasy place, or is it just where you are now, or? Yeah.
Like
It can be everything.
like in my living room now, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Able to watch TV with friends.
And wants me to be there when it's hanging out.
Yeah.
And the cat.
It's awesome.
Wants to watch Backstreet Boys.
Hell yeah. And how would you feel, or how would she feel about another step, the kind of unburdening of all of those negative feelings that she was carrying? Just ask her where she's carrying those in her body. Those feelings of shame, guilt, concern for her sister.
Like,
Feeling like she had to be a grown up.
yeah, all in her throat and like the back of her throat and neck.
Yeah. Okay. And how would she like to give those up? She can give them up however she likes. It's one of the elements, or any way that works for her.
Like she wants to like she just wants to be able to like sing and scream and just be loud. Like,
okay.
Yeah, just be a kid.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, maybe think about taking her to a place or whatever she needs to feel okay, just screaming all of that out, singing all of that out. And just have her do that until it really feels like it's all out. All of those burdens.
Like, yeah, she doesn't feel embarrassed.
So great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
To run around. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Is there anything else she needs? Is there anything she wants to invite into her environment or into her body? Any qualities that she'd like to invite in? What else? What else would she like to have?
Like she's saying, like just dancing and running around, like just kind of moving around.
Yeah.
Not being so still and curled up.
Yeah.
Like running.
Good. You can help her bring all that in. Let her know that she's safe to express that and to be that way with you. Do you have any other questions for her or anything else you'd like to do with her or now while you have her here?
She's just wanting to know that I'll make time to just be with her. Really wants to affirm that.
Yeah. And how will you do that?
Just wanting to just spend time doing like dancing. Yeah.
Sure. You know they often say to try to check in every day for 21 days. And that can be in any kind of way that works for you too.
Yeah.
So you have a way that you feel like you'll be able to, that she feels like you'll be able to stay connected, or is that something you want to brainstorm more of? Or, I have all kinds of my own ideas that I've heard from other people.
She's just saying she wants to dance, like just to dance.
Okay.
Know that.
Okay.
And she's also wanting to just rest.
Yeah. Quite a journey. Okay. Do you have any other questions? Any other parts have any other concerns?
Mm. There's, it's not really concern. There's a part that really always wants everything to be really clear. Yeah, it's just wanting to know that things will become clear in time.
Keep doing IFS.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, does it feel complete? Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And thanks to that part of yours for showing up and sharing so much.
Thank you.
It's really nice.
Yeah. 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 Just have this feeling of like kind of old, like stuff just being kind of falling off, like
Yeah.
shame and guilt,
Great. So glad. I hope you follow up with me. Let me know how it goes.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's nice meeting you.
You too.
All right.
All right.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye.
Do you want to help bring more self-energy to the world? If you'd like to participate in calls or help out with this project in any way, I'd love to hear your ideas. Join the Discord server or contact me at james@liveifs.com. A huge thanks to our audio engineer, Yvonne, for your care and diligence in editing the calls. To every caller for your courage in sharing some of your parts. And to anyone out there getting to know their internal system, keep going. Who knows? That might be the most selfless, helpful thing you can do for others, and you're the only one who can do it. If you'd like to see us reach the largest audience, we must please the almighty suggestion algorithms at iTunes and YouTube. And they don't care about the power of IFS. They're looking for likes and shares and comments, and the sooner the better. Follow the links in the show notes right here in your podcast player to make your wishes known. And now, a minute of meditation. Or if you prefer, pull over. You can do it in 60 seconds. Just click one of those links. They're right there, and give us a like or a 5-star rating. It would really help. If you think this project is helping people, you're helping people by sharing it. Thank you.